Hi everybody, I'm Jared Kutzin, the 2025 SSH President. We're about halfway through the year, and I thought it was a good time to reach out and update you on things that are happening with the Society and our strategic plan. For those of you that aren't familiar with the strategic plan, it contains 5 key elements: education, credentialing, advocacy, research and innovation, and organizational sustainability and growth. I'm going to touch upon each of these over the next several minutes. I want to begin with advocacy. The Advocacy Committee recently spent time on Washington, D.C.'s Capitol Hill. There, the NTSA, the National Training and Simulation Association, hosted an event in the lobby of the Capitol building. And there, members of the House of Representatives and their staffers were able to see a bunch of different simulation vendors, including some healthcare ones. And after that, we were able to make our way through the office building to meet with members of the House of Representatives as well as their staffers to talk about how we can get funding into the legislative bill, because we already have the wordage and the vocabulary there to support simulation programs. We want to hear from them and learn from them about how best to advocate to ensure that the monies that we're looking for are available in future rounds. The Advocacy Committee also spent time talking about their strategic plan and their processes going forward, and then talking about the toolkit that they can develop to help each one of you advocate locally, regionally, nationally, and globally for simulation. So stay tuned for more information about that. Education-wise, we just wrapped up our SimOps conference in Peoria, Illinois. It was a wonderful conference at the Jump Simulation Center. We had over 200 attendees there, and the entire board was able to attend this year. I'm looking forward to making that an annual tradition. In addition, your board has been active at a number of other conferences: Enaxel, CSAM, SimGhost, to name a few. And there are more coming up later this year. So if you're going to be at one of those conferences, make sure you stop by and say hello. And of course, who can forget about IMSH? IMSH 2026 in San Antonio, Texas. Make sure you've already thought about how you're going to get yourselves there and that you have the appropriate budgets laid out for it. Now, I've heard from a couple of our members about some concerns about the sites that we've chosen for conferences, and I wanted to address that. IMSH is the world's largest simulation conference. Routinely, we have over 5,000 members attend. So looking for new locations is not something that's easy to do. In fact, we're booked for many years in advance. And so while it may not always be the easiest or safest place that you may find, we are locked into these conferences, and changing our location would result in a significant financial burden for the organization and wouldn't be a good use of our members' money. But our regional conferences are another story. Programs like SimOps and other regional meetings used to be chosen by a request for proposals or an application process via our Meetings Oversight Commission. And our Meetings Oversight Commission has now been tasked with curating the sites a little bit more, reaching out to potential partners across the globe and across the country to find appropriate sites that are welcoming, open, and easy to access. So stay tuned for more information, and I look forward to seeing you at future conferences. The next part of our strategic plan focuses on our organizational sustainability and growth. Some of the opportunities for organizational sustainability and growth are readily apparent. Things like the new website that we have, and yes, I know there are still enhancements to come. But some of the things are not so apparent. There's a back-end process that we're working on and rolling out across the board for our staff members and our volunteer leaders. This new back-end process is going to allow us to track projects easier, see them through to completion, and get data easier. This all results in easier information for all of you and making sure that we're hitting our targets. And this puts the pressure on. Our volunteer leaders, our board liaisons, our staff liaisons are all going to be working together to make sure we hit the targets that we've set out. And to help with that, we've already instituted quarterly calls with our committee, commission, and council chairs. And to further enhance that, we're inviting our committee, commission, and council chairs to IMSH a couple of days early, where we're going to have work sessions with our board and staff liaisons, as well as our committee, commission, and council chairs, so that we can all work together to ensure that we're meeting the targets that we've set, and therefore we're going to meet our strategic plan. I'm really excited about this because this is going to be allowing us to have good communication and good working groups together, and a process and structure through which we can have really good outcomes. Credentialing is the next piece of this. Oh my God, our credentialing programs have had record years. Accreditation has something like 70 new applications just this cycle. CHSE, CHSOS, the CHSEA and CHSOSA programs, all record numbers of applications. Micro-credentials is another program that our credentialing group is working on, so you're going to hear more about that in the coming months as well. And CISA, our Commission on International Simulation Accreditation, is working towards their first accrediting programs. And our certification exams have recently been retranslated into additional languages like Spanish. Again, opening access to more and more people. We're really excited about all of these opportunities and what they afford to all of you. Research and innovation is another key pillar, and this is the SSH Fund's primary mission. Developing an opportunity for each one of our members to get research funding, give out awards, spark innovation. And it's incumbent on all of you to help us. The board this year has 100% participation in terms of donating to the fund. And I don't just want you to think about donating, I want you to go online and make the commitment. 50% of all the donations that are coming in are going right back out to our members. Now I know you're saying to me, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I want to assure you that the donations that come in are not being used for operational expenses at all. In fact, just the opposite. What we're hoping to do is build a corpus, a foundation of money, so that we can have industry-changing grants in the future. I'm not talking $10,000 or $15,000 grants and research funds. I'm talking $100,000 funds. Big research projects that show the value of simulation and really impact the world. But we can't do this if we give all the money right back out. So what we've decided is that 50% of the money that comes in through the fund is going to go right back out, and SSH Operations is actually going to support the rest of it. So our Research and Innovation Awards, our research grants, our keynote speakers, all of those funds are going to be helped supported by the SSH Operations Fund, so that 50% of your donations are going to go to this foundational fund that will continue to grow throughout the years. And our goal is within the next 6 to 8 years to have enough money so that the interest spins off enough money to return our investment to all of you. Again, in the tunes of tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars of grants and research opportunities. But we can't do this alone. We're looking to each one of you to help us, and every little bit helps. So go online, make that donation, think about doing it now, commit to doing it now. Lastly, it's that time of year again. Election time. The nominations committee did a great job choosing a slate of candidates for you all to choose from. It's incumbent upon you to now vote. If you didn't receive the link, please make sure to reach out to one of the SSH staff members so that you can get the link. All the candidates would do a wonderful job representing the society and the membership. So please make sure you get out and vote. As the summer concludes, I hope you all have had a time off to rest and recharge before the academic year starts. It's an exciting time, both for the society and for simulation in general. So have a great rest of the summer. I look forward to seeing you at upcoming meetings, and remember, start budgeting for IMSH 2026.